technologyblog.com, and this is the review of the Energy System Energy Phone Max by Energy System. So as you might have seen in a recent pictorial feature we did on this particular phone, the retail package is quite impressive for a phone that's going to cost you €129 delivered, and that's with free shipping to Ireland directly from Spain via Energy Systems online store. We'll have a quick look. The only reason I'm going to show you the box in this case is to kind of show you the package again in terms of what you get. So obviously you get your phone with one cover already in place, and then you get a whole pile of other covers and some documentation. So you also get a green cover and the black cover, which is actually the default one in the box as well. So quite impressive that they're kind of throwing those covers on. It used to be quite popular a good few years ago, so now they're kind of doing that as well. And you get your screen protector, all that kind of stuff. Also in the box you got your charger, USB, and your battery pack as well. So the phone itself is really nice. It's fairly typical looking of most Android phones these days. Got a kind of a curved round edge to it. Nothing too crazy or too unusual about it. On the rear you've got your speaker at the bottom, you've got your 8 megapixel camera on the top, Energy branding, Energy logo there. It feels quite solid in the hand. There's no question of it being too light or too heavy. Right hand side you got your volume rockers, left hand side your power key, and that's fairly typical. I would prefer the power key on the right myself, just because that's what I'm used to, but it's no big deal. You've got your 3.5mm jack on top, and your front megapixel camera there, which is a 5 megapixel, and note again, which is common now with Energy System phones, is a front facing flash to help you with your selfies if that's what you're into. So again, some nice features. You've got double tap to wake. I haven't enabled it, but you have got double tap to wake. Android 4.4 is what's on board. It's pretty much completely stock. Everything you'll be used to. It's a quad-core device, and it has basically the 4 cores are ARM Cortex-A7 processors clocked at 1.3 gigahertz, and it has a Mali 400 GPU. So it's it's not going to break any benchmark scores, but it is going to perform quite well, and it's not gonna really stumble over anything that you can throw at it, other than maybe some very big graphic intense games. Just day-to-day usage with the phone is quite good. I haven't had really any hiccups too much until you get some kind of micro SD card in there. You might find that you're going to run out of memory quite quickly. There is 8 gigabytes built in, but half of that is going to be pretty much gone by the time you set up the phone and install a few apps. So you can increase that up to 64 gigabytes, although you might be able to get a little bit more depending on the memory card, but it's rated at 64 gigabytes. 5-inch display, 720p screen. So a lot of phones these days are coming out with 1080p's by default, but as you can see there, it's quite nice. There's nothing, it's not going to offend anyone. There isn't really any pixelation, so it's going to be okay. And if I turn up the brightness fully, there you can see how bright it is. Viewing angles are not too bad, nothing overly impressive, but nonetheless quite good. The battery is a 2000 milliamp unit, so making a full day out of this might be a little bit of a stretch, but for most people, you might need to just maybe top this up around 5-6 p.m. in the evening, just while you're having your dinner maybe. What else is there on board that would be a little bit of a hiccup for people is maybe the RAM, which is just 1 gigabyte even. So it is going to kind of bottleneck occasionally when you have maybe lots of things running. But for the most part, if you self-manage and you close down apps that you're not using, they'll just go to the background and you should be perfectly fine. The camera is nothing to write home about. It is good. So that's the front-facing one there. You can see. Nobody wants to see me. So if we turn that around and we have a look here, it's quick enough. There's a little bit of a delay from when your finger touches the screen to actually taking the picture. So you can see there is a little bit of delay, but the picture quality is not bad. Again, it is only 8 megapixels, so it's not going to, you're not going to be blowing up images too much, but it's that fairly standard camera interface and gallery, all standard Android stuff. So that's about it in terms of the device. There is nothing unusual to really say about this. It's just a good quality phone from a very good quality company, and it will serve you very well. And for €129, there's an awful lot of phones out there that are just utter rubbish at this price point. So the Energy Phone Max is well worth checking out. Stay tuned to IrelandsTechnologyBlog.com for more news and reviews from Ireland and around the world real soon.